Hey folks, Deano here again. This time taking a look at a Headsculpt set that, quite frankly, I think will make the definitive legendary Super Saiyan Goku. Yeah, I just got this in. This is the DCGToys 02 Super Saiyan Goku. Basically, it's a kit pretty much specifically for the 3.0 Legendary Super Saiyan Goku. However, it does come with extra peg holes for like different bodies, so you know the drill. We're going to see what it looks like on all of those. But yeah, I'm just saying it straight off the bat. This is the definitive look for Goku. Like, I really liked the recustom one. Even though the one I got was a recast, it's still based off the original. But yeah, this guy, the faces and the hair just look spot on to what Goku looked like in that final battle against Frieza. Like, I can't stress enough, this head and these faces put the one that comes with the actual figure itself to shame. And I will be comparing it later. So be prepared for that. There's going to be quite a bit of glazing on this set for this review. As always, I got this from El Surprise Toy Wholesale store. Link will be in the description below if you want to buy it. There's this version. There is it's these faces, Super Saiyan, with a transparent head and no blood. Personally, I'm not a fan of what they did with the transparent hair. They were doing test shots earlier this year and like late last year, and it actually looked fantastic, which almost convinced me to buy it. But yeah, sadly they reverted that change. It actually looked like the Tamashii store exclusive Super Saiyan Goku head, only this design. But yeah, they just reverted it back to straight translucent, which is a shame. We also have two base form versions. One which is battle damaged, same as this, with translucent hair, and a matte hair version with standard hair. And yeah, apart from the upcoming Tonson Toys Goku that's coming out, I would quite honestly say it's the closest Goku's looked as well to that specific era anyway. The head that comes with Demoniacal Fits Martialist Forever is still like the best all-round Goku head, if that makes sense. But yeah, the one DCG Toys are doing, spot on to Namek. Like, honestly, I can't stress that enough. But yeah, without further ado, let's get this off the turntable and take a look at the box, which some of you we recognise as being a bit familiar. So yeah, in terms of the box, yeah, it looks very familiar, like almost identical, you might say, to the OC Toys Vegito kits. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here, whether they just stole the design of the box, or OC Toys and DCG Toys are the same company, just not saying it. But yeah, pretty much everything on this box is identical to this one, apart from the logo and the name. Like, if you look here, we've got DCG Toys, Action Figure Accessory Kit Series 002, Customs Kit DCG02, and then if we look at the OC Toys one, it's even the same font. Like, there is literally zero difference apart from the name. Like, yeah, I'm really not sure what's going on. We have same in the back, warning label. I do notice though the age warning is higher on the DCG Toys for some reason. But yeah, it's almost identical as well. Like, if anyone can shed some light in the comments, maybe they know something I don't. But yeah, this is definitely leaning me towards DCG Toys being part of, if not the same company as DCGToys, which, for how accurate they got these faces, like, that's surprising to me. Like, honestly, if you've seen the Vegeta review, those faces weren't terrible, but they weren't quite right either. But yeah, I mean, what else is there to say apart from the fact that it's almost identical? Conspiracy unlocked, you should say. But yeah, guys, let's take a look at what comes in the box now. So yeah, in terms of what you get the Headsculpt itself, you get 4 faces, and you get 3 different peg adapters for slotting into the bottom. So yeah, again, very DCGToys-esque in how they're handling the different pegs and such. The one thing I will say is these are soft rubbery plastic, so they may be a bit easier to take out, but there's clearly a groove in them. So once you put them in there, you're probably going to have to use tweezers to get them out of that hole. So for this review, when we go to like swapping the heads and stuff, I'll be checking if these actually fit on the pegs on their own, and then I'll just be using blue tack for the head just to see what it looks like on the bodies, because I really don't want to get the wrong one stuck in there and not being able to take it out. Like, I'm planning on keeping the B in there forever, but obviously if I put that in, I'll not be able to check the Kong Studios peg because it's a pain in the backside. But yeah, A is 1.0, B is, well, I think A is actually like 2.0, sorry. B is 3.0, and C is Kong Studios specifically. But I am curious to see if A also fits the 1.0s. I know there's a difference in peg size there. But yeah, that's a very outdated body at this point, so I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't. But yeah, in terms of faces, we get a stern face, we get a smirking face, we get a, I believe it's an out of breath sort of face. The mouth is slightly open, and then we have a full-on yelling "you moron" or "you fool" face for when he fires back at Frieza. But yeah, you'll notice the blood decals on all 4 of these are different. I believe they've taken them straight from the anime or the manga as to where these decals are applied, because they are all different. This one specifically is definitely taken from after Frieza throws his knockoff Kienzans at Goku, because he's got the slice across his chin or his cheek. But yeah, the rest of them are just like battle damaged sort of thing. But yeah, really, really nice looking heads. I said it at the start, these faces are definitive Namek Goku. I'm gonna keep saying it. Once this is on the body, you will see what I mean. You will agree with me, I'm sure. I know a lot of people really like the recustom one, but yeah, in my opinion, there's just no beating these. Honestly, like, go back and look at the anime and tell me I'm wrong. I beg you to find somewhere that I'm wrong with that. But yeah, the only bit that I'm not too thrilled about, well, there's 2 things actually. First off is the eyebrow and like side hair colour on the faces. They're a bit green looking to me. I'm sure it'll be fine once it's on the head itself, but yeah, they're not the same sort of colour as that. And if they don't really match this one, they're never going to match the translucent hair, because I don't think they're changing that. The other thing is, when I first opened this, and even now, there is an almighty smell coming off of this head sculpt. I am not sure what it is. It reminds me of, you know, that sort of smell when you use spray paint? Yeah, that sort of smell. And it's really not too pleasant, honestly. Hopefully that goes away over time. If not, I'll probably have to give it a quick bath to sort that. Because yeah, I can even smell it from here. Like, gotta be completely honest. You know me, I'm never gonna just outright glaze something without giving you its cons. But yeah, let's get these off the table and start putting them on bodies, shall we? So yeah, what I'm going to do is I will deliberately leave the 3.0 Legendary Super Saiyan until last, because I'll be putting the peg adapter in at that point and showing you exactly what it looks like on there. So yeah, leave the best till last, I believe. Let's get these into frame, seeing as how I just completely neglected to do that between cuts. There we go. Just pop those all into position right there. Move these in a bit. There we go. And move that over slightly. I really should have done this between cuts, but I forgot. Because sometimes I can be an idiot. But yeah, first off, let's pop this off. One thing I will say is the head and the faces are very hard plastic. Like, there is a slight bend to them, but they're nowhere near the softness of the recast that I tried earlier on. But yeah, that pops on just fine. Pop that in. There's a satisfying click there. Now let's get the blue tack right up in there and see what this looks like. And wow, that's I was not expecting that to look as good. I know the face was the head looks good, but I wasn't expecting it to work quite as well on this body. But it does. Looks really good. And yeah, I don't know what to say really. Like, that looks amazing. Like, honestly. Let's get this off of here. Get that on. Let's swap out the faces, shall we? That popped off rather nicely. Put the smirk face in. There is a little bit of angle dependency when it comes to the smirk. If you've got it one way, you can't really see the smirk. The other way, you can really see it. So let's get this one in next. And pop that on. And yeah, that still looks really good. Like, almost a little bit too big for the body, I would say. Plus the skin tone doesn't quite match. This is the Demoniacal Fit Majin Buster body. And yeah, the skin tone on that is quite pink compared to what you're used to. Let's get that out of the way. I'll bring in the Saiyan Raised on Earth body. Pop that on there as well. In fact, let's get that head. Put on a new face. Voila. There we go. And yeah, again, that looks good. That one actually looks really good because, like I said in the recustom review, this is what Goku would have looked like if he would have turned Super Saiyan straight away on Namek before he started fighting. So yeah, I really like this what if sort of design. Although, obviously, the faces would be much better off with the standard version. So here we go, put it on the 1.0. And yeah, that still looks quite good. My 1.0 is like quite heavily customized. I changed the colours of things and added decals onto it and things. It's not wore well over the passage of time, unfortunately. But yeah, that's that one out the way. Let's take a look at the Demoniacal Fit one now, shall we? Get the yelling face in there. The faces, I will say, are going in really easily for how hard the plastic is. Let's pop that on. And that looks good. That looks really good. The Marshallist Forever body, like anything you put on there looks good, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, I really like that. Again, shame about the blood decals. It fits the legendary Super Saiyan Goku, but not much else. Let's get the Kong Studio one in there and pop that on like so. And yeah, again, that looks good. This head really works well with the 3.0 bulkier bodies that we've got so far. So yeah, I'd really like it. I'm not too sure if that peg's popping down there. There we go. Yeah, I'm not honestly too sure if you could remove the decals on this, like I did the DKO Bardock sort of faces. I may try it just off camera at some point and let you know how it goes. But yeah, I'm worried this might be a different type of plastic with how hard it is. Because it almost looks as if the faces are painted, completely honest with you. So yeah, I'm not really wanting to risk breaking them straight off the bat. Yeah, let's get this blue tack out of there, shall we? There we go. Good. Now, let's pop this in and quickly check these 3 peg adapters to see if they fit on these bodies well enough. So we have A, which is the 2.0 style pegs. Does that pop on? Yeah, that pops on easily. Tight fit. That is really good. I like that. Does it fit on the Warrior Awakening? Because buying this set, you'd most likely either put it on this head or the legendary one. And yeah, again, that pops on really well. You wouldn't think so with the size of the peg hole, but yeah, it fits just fine. Let's get the 1.0, see if that works. Yeah, that still pops on. Not sure if it would warp the peg hole over time, because the 1.0 body system is slightly bigger than the 2.0. Let's see if the 3.0 fits on here. It does. Yep, that's fine. Pops on really well. I like that. Does it fit on the Martialist Forever body? A bit looser, but still pops on and holds on well enough. You probably have to be a little bit careful with that, just in case. But yeah, it does fit just fine. And finally, Kong Studios peg. We'll see if that fits. That's it's a bit of a loose fit. Although, granted, I don't have the fixed peg with my Kong Studios Goku body. So I couldn't tell you for sure if that's the same on all of them. But yeah, that's a little bit loose. It might be a bit tighter once it's in the head, because, like, quite honestly, there's not a lot of plastic in there, so it wouldn't hold on tight, even if it could. But once it's in the head socket, it might be a bit tighter. Just something to bear in mind, folks. So yeah, we've got a couple more segments to get through, and then that'll be us done. I think what we'll do next is, since the one thing people have been complaining about with this head is the lack of teeth gritted face that comes with it. So I've picked out a few teeth gritted faces just to see if any of them will fit in any way into the head, because I know for sure someone will ask. So I'm as well getting these out the way just now. I have already tried the Warrior Awakening heads that came with this body. They do not fit at all, unfortunately. But we will see if anything else does. So yeah, first glance, it's just your standard 2 peg. So will these faces work on it? But they won't pop in anywhere. But the faces do appear to match up. Can I get that in there? Jump cut, folks. I just got a dog hair in my throat. Apologies. Don't think you wanted to hear me having a coughing fit. Yeah, going off on a tangent. We recently got a new dog, a German Shepherd, and she's casting like crazy. It looks like someone's done in a dog every morning when we go down. There's that much hair. But yeah, back to this. I mean, yeah, that works. If it doesn't obviously peg in anywhere, so the minute I take my finger away, it's going to pop out. Or not. Make me out to be a liar, why don't you, Goku? Yeah, it was just stuck ever so slightly. But yeah, a little bit of glue, and you'd be able to get your teeth gritted face, no problem. That's good to know. Because I might not agree with you, but you can have your opinion that you don't like these faces for whatever reason. So yeah, you could put the legendary Super Saiyan Goku faces on there, no problem. What about the DKO Bardock faces? I know these are similar in shape to the legendary Goku. They just have a different peg system. And oh wow. Yeah, that fits fine. Obviously, it doesn't peg in anywhere again, but a bit of blue tack, and yeah, you'd have a really good Super Saiyan face for Goku. That's I did not expect these to work as well as they are. Like, I will be completely honest with you. This one I am not expecting to work at all. Like, this is the Demonico Fit Majin Buster face. And hold on. It does actually peg in, unlike the other two. And yeah, that's not going to work. Although, kind of the the eyebrow colour and such are completely off. So yeah, probably the worst out of the lot of them. He says as he accidentally punches his light. Let's quickly get this in here. This is the recustom recast. Just to see what that looks like, because I did say in that review that I loved how this stern face looks. I have not changed my stance on that. I just think it looks more like a standard Super Saiyan Goku as opposed to Namek Saga. And yeah, there you go. That works. Best of both worlds, I suppose. Like, I was not expecting them to fit nearly as well as they do. Yeah, that looks good. I actually really like that. If I had a second hair, I would probably even put that on another body. But yeah, that's fantastic news. So with a little bit of fudging, you can use other faces with this Headsculpt. So yeah, just before we wrap things up, pop this on the 3.0 body. Let's do a direct comparison between these two. There we go. And there we go. So obviously, this is not a 100% comparison here, because this is the recast, and the Lin recast, not the original recustom version. But yeah, I have to say, I still prefer this head. This one's good, like really good. I just think the faces are ever so slightly thinner, and they don't fit quite as well on the legendary Super Saiyan Goku body as I would like. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is this will be my new head on the Warrior Awakening Goku. So yeah, really, really good. So, what's the best way to put this on? Let's pop that on first off. Works really well. One thing I didn't mention before is obviously with these peg adapters, they are different sizes as well. So they have taken into account like neck length and things like that. So it's something to bear in mind. You can't just put one on and expect it to fit all. Here we go. Is that it in all the way? Yes, it is. So yeah, can possibly pop that in a bit more. Do I want to and or need to though? That's the question. And the answer is no. Like, that's got the perfect neck length there. Really does. That's it. That right there is my definitive final battle legendary Super Saiyan Goku versus Frieza. I mean, you can't tell me, looking at this, that doesn't look exactly like he did on Namek in that final battle. Like, honestly. And for the first time ever, I feel as though the proportions on this guy are right. They fit the head perfectly. So yeah. Oh, almost forgot. Let's compare it to the original head, shall we? Here we are. This is the one that came with this body. And yeah, I'm sorry, you can't tell me there's any comparison between these two, like, at all. This head is good in its own way, but yeah, there's something about this head sculpt to me that I'm just in love with, honestly. Like, you cannot beat it. Although, honestly, now we know you can put these heads onto this body, so if you prefer these faces for whatever reason, you can. So yeah, guys. Oh, before I go, the elephant in the room. You're probably wondering why my Goku suddenly has battle damage. Yeah, he has lots of ketchup stains on him. That is from this. I did tease it in the recustom video. But yeah, I decided to go ahead and do it to Goku, just to see what it looks like. And yeah, I'm impressed. I quite like these. Like, you do have to cut them out very specifically. I am not sure if the one that comes with the sliced apart Frieza parts from Air are any better than that. But yeah, I'll leave a link in the description to that set if you do fancy trying them. But I do recommend them. They look great. I've got them everywhere. You can't really see the border on them if you cut them out properly. But yeah, that just comes down to like how close you can do it. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think this kit's worth it to get? Personally, I do. But let me know if you have a different opinion. It's always welcome here, even if it's wrong. Nah, I'm kidding on. But yeah, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed. Remember to check out El Surprise Toy Wholesale store if you want to purchase it. And until next time, I'll see you all later.